Are you about to embark on sharing what you have with your children and don't know how to begin? Well, maybe I could give you a pointer or two. So when your child becomes of age to get behind the wheel, you just need to remember the basic principle of that, which is it's a privilege to be behind the wheel, not a necessity as I have to. You need to make sure that your child understands privilege means you're being given permission to, instead of it's a necessity for leisure. Some folks need to be behind the wheel to be able to get to a job to put food on the table. And they probably do it without the privilege. At that point, they're exposing themselves to situations that could go wrong. Like, for example, this driver here, what they just did is incorrect because it's a two-way stop. So hypothetically speaking, as a police officer, that right there is a call for pulling them over and asking them, what is your emergency, because you're putting other motorists at risk passing on a double solid line where there is stops. What if you have another motorist who does not do a complete stop and decides to turn into its own lane, but because you're passing up where you're not supposed to, now you just caused the wreck. Remind your children to always anticipate everything that could go wrong. For example, we have a vehicle who pulled up to the stop and could have easily just jumped in, forcing me to either slow down as best as I can, or if they jump in at the last second, now I'm gonna have to swerve. So those are things that are quantifying, going in your mind of what you need to do. So it's best that before the child gets behind the wheel to get hands-on, they do co-piloting first. And what you're doing as a parent is you are basically telling a story of real life scenarios with a hint of this is what you should be doing on a daily. If you anticipate danger, you will be ready for any situation that might arise. Do not be afraid of not having all the answers, but definitely be quick to try to explain to your child why things operate the way they do. If you give yourself that sense of direction, you will definitely form that bond with your child a little bit more solid, to where the child can understand that the fundamentals behind driving are essential. And I understand we've all been in that situation where we want to speed up or, do silly things behind the wheel, but as long as you explain 100% how it is, how it was, and how it's going to be, there's no reason why you should, have doubts of your child's ability to go out in the world behind a motor vehicle and be able to experience life for themselves. Don't stop, don't quit, just keep moving forward.